So, Malenia, or as I like to call her, stupid
Blade of
RamosseTheMost.
This video contains massive endgame spoilers.
Alright, so first off, everyone who's played this game knows Malenia is the hardest boss in this game. And yes, I know most people are like, oh, it should be like that. She should be, how all this really annoying attacks that just one-shot you. Well, I think, because obviously this game has brought tons of new people in. Like, I know a few friends that I brought into the game, and they became like addicted and started playing it and then completed it. But yeah, I think she should be nerfed because just for new players. And I don't mean nerfed to the point where it comes like another easy boss in the game. But I'm going to show you in a minute all the moves that really makes this boss a piece of trash. And not as in like a trash boss, but just a really f***ing annoying piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've played this game before, you know what I mean. Some bosses in Sekiro, they f*** you up bad, but I mean, Malenia, bro. Yeah. One of the best bosses, but also one of the worst bosses because of the difficulty. Who asked? So I'm saying, who asked who you were? Do you know what I mean? Who asked that you were Malenia Blade of Miquella? No one. So shut up. That right there. This is the beginning of the worst attack in the whole of Elden Ring. When she jumps up and does that, you're dead, mate. Like, only way you can survive this is using a shield, as I do in this next clip. Except it doesn't work, because the attack is so BS, mate. Right, so there's so many things wrong with this. It's the only way you can avoid it, well, you can be really good at the game and do your rolls and stuff, but that takes time, too much time, bruh. Ain't got that time on my hands. But yeah, only way is a shield. Even then, it's hard, because you have to time exactly to, block, and if you don't, then she fricks you up. I just look on his normal attacks, right? How much health she just gets back from every hit. Look at that. And the thing is about it, even if you use a shield, she still gets health back, which doesn't make sense. That's the thing that I think should be nerfed the most, because it just doesn't make it fun. Because even having to use a shield instead of dodging is, a way out that most people don't want to use. But you have to in most cases this, because it's just really not to dodge. And she still gets health, which doesn't make sense, because it doesn't take health off you, it's just stamina. So that's the most annoying thing about this attack. And I know a mate of mine that has played mostly all of these games, right, I have as well, and he had to change his whole build just to kill this boss. Like, the build I'm using here is probably the best, because the bleed is just crazy. Because you need this blade for this fight, because the amount of health she takes back is just unbelievable. So he had to change his whole build to use the blood katanas or rivers of blood or whatever. And, that's the only way he could beat it. Well, probably not, but I mean, who wants to spend days upon days fighting this boss just because it's got some stupid ass attacks? Like, most of them, if you just learn it, you can learn how to dodge and get away from. Like, here it is again. You got to whip the shield out. And see there, I didn't hold it block at the right moment and I got hit. And she got all of health back. This is another attack right here that caught me off guard every time. And to be fair, this is a really good attack. Because it's not one that's just, is just unbelievably unblockable. You just have to time it right. And I love those kind of attacks. But with the one where she keeps attacking, it's crazy. Just crazy. I mean, that's the one that should be nerfed the most. And then, right, we're going to go into the second stupid ass attack of this boss. So one of the reasons I really hate this one, the other one's more annoying, but this is also nearly just as annoying, is because it starts off phase 2 with this attack. And it's stupid because it can just one-shot you. Because it doesn't take out your health, it just hits you down. And if you get back up and run, it hits you again with like a AoE. It's not fair. Like, watch this. See, I wouldn't mind this attack if it wasn't at the start. Because right at the start, because you've just got through phase 1. Phase 1's pretty hard. And then, first time I got through phase 1, right, I was like, oh, yo, I've completed the boss. And then, you know, obviously it's a phase 2, and it f***ed me off because I got 1 hit. And I think just putting it right at the start, there's the other attack I'm going to talk about after. But putting it right at the start is just move, bro. It's just, I mean, later on it's better because then you know what you're doing and you've learned a bit of the boss. But right at the start just ain't fair. So for this one, I'm not going to talk too much about because I don't have a lot of footage. But this is one that like really annoyed me the most, because every time it one hit me, even if I dodged all the, because basically she shoots out these people made out of flowers and stuff, and every time one person hits me, I'm dead. It's just not fair, and I get so close every time, or I got so close every time, and boom, one hit, out of the game. So yeah, you really need high health for this stuff. To the end of the day, I think if they end up nerfing Malenia, they shouldn't nerf her too much. The only thing you should do is nerf the amount of health she takes on hits and stuff. Like when you even use the shield and she takes the health. That's the only one that I think should be nerfed. The rest are just talking about how annoying the attacks are. You know what I mean? Like the one before, like where she shoots at the dancers, that one you just have to pray that you don't get it. Yeah, this is why I end up defeating her. I had to do it with a mimic because do you know what I mean? Like, God, it'll take me like a few more days to beat without Mimic. So our main reason for saying it should be nerfed is obviously loads of new players are going to be playing this one. It's like the most popular Souls game ever. But I think the best thing about this boss is it's optional. You don't have to do it for the main end of the story. Like, which is probably the best decision they've made. And that's basically the vid. Let me know if you enjoyed. And let me know your experience with Malenia. And if it was as annoying as mine if you use the Mimic, because I spent hours and hours trying to develop the Mimic and I just gave up because I was literally losing my bro. And you will too. Enjoy the game. Best game of the year. But it's not perfect, which I will talk about in a future video. Ramos out. Spin that outro, bruv.